Hey, family. It's me, Queenie Brown. Thank you so much for joining me for another reading of the Self Love Lessons. I am a certified master life and business coach and a mentor to moms. And I am also the author of the Self Love Lessons 7 lessons every woman must learn about herself and the power of womanhood. We're going to get started in a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and put the banner on the bottom so that you can go ahead and download your free copy from My Heart to Yours. And in the meantime, I'm also the author of the Mother Daughter Journal, and it is a faith based, interactive mother's mentorship tool, and it's designed to build and heal the mother daughter bond. If you have a daughter, go ahead and go to the website, themotherdaughterjournal.com, and check it out. It has been blessing me with my girls, and it's been blessing so many other moms. And so I'm really, really grateful to be able to share that work with you. I'm going to do a video a little bit later and go into detail about how all the ways that it's blessing and share some of the pages with you. But I have something else that I want to share. Mother's Day is coming up, family, and it's time to start thinking about a gift. And I was inspired to create the Mother's Mug, and there's nothing out there like it. It is it's a tool that allows you to affirm yourself based on the Proverbs 31 woman. And I'm going to share the confession with you. This is on the back of the mug. So the front of the mug has I am blessed. I'll show you again. It says I am blessed, and it comes in this travel size, and it also comes in the standard 15-ounce size. I'll be working on a 20-ounce one in a couple of days. But in any case, the front of it says I am blessed, and in the back of it has this beautiful confession that you get to read and take in as you're sipping it. So it's designed to say it while you sip. So as you're drinking, you're saying, I am a woman of wisdom, and you're taking a sip. I'm a woman of strength and integrity. My character is unmatched. And it's just a way for you to layer all of the things that the Proverbs 31 woman is all about. I used to think that she was on team too much, right? She was always doing something. She had her family, she had a staff, she was out, she was making the food, she was sewing clothes, had a business, she was buying real estate, she was doing all the stuff. And what I didn't realize at the time is that God put her in the Bible at the last book of Proverbs, no less, so that we would see an example of what's possible for us. And so this mug is designed to help you walk in what's possible. So do check that out. And so today we are still in self-love lesson number 5, and we're talking about what's in your way, what will stop you in your tracks, and how to get past it. And so we've been talking about fear, ladies. And today we're going to go into a little bit more detail. One of the pages in the book, we are on page, what is this? 333, ironically. And we're talking about fear not and how to become fearless. And so God gave me this beautiful diagram, and I'm going to walk you through it and explain to you what it means. And so we're in page 334 in the reading. It's 333 where the diagram is. But please do take a look, and I will put it up on the page so you can see. All right. So it says, look at the fear not diagram and notice that in the bottom left-hand corner, you see the words, you are here. And you can't see it really with this thing scrolling, but the bottom left-hand side, it says, then look at the top of the diagram and imagine that God is with his present or gift to you. Then notice that the adversary exists to prevent you from receiving that present. You see it? You following? You have a choice. You can take steps toward the gift that God has for you and overcome all of the challenges that will persist, or you can surrender to fear and take a different path. As you strive to obey the will of God, all the challenges that show up are merely the adversary's tactics to cause you to get off course. The perceived danger or obstacle may not even be real. However, your decision and how you react will determine which direction you will move, either towards the will of God or away from it. The direct path between you and your present is the fast track. The path that fear offers you is the long and painful way. What happens when you obey God and fear not? As you take steps toward the plan God has for you, you notice that there are clouds ahead. Do you continue to press through the clouds, or do you decide to fear? If you continue on, those clouds will become rain. You can decide to be afraid of the rain, or you can continue forward. If you continue, you'll experience a storm. You can decide to fear, or you can continue. Next, you'll see the lightning. You can continue to press on, or you can submit to that fear. If you press on through all of the challenges, you will arrive at your destination much faster than you could ever have imagined. What if I'm scared? Let's begin again. This time, as you take steps toward the plan that God has for you, you see the clouds ahead and you decide to fear. There's always a consequence. You will have to face some type of drama as a result of submitting to fear. When you make a decision out of fear, you immediately question whether or not you've taken the right path. That's the Holy Spirit within you being your umpire, letting you know that your choice is not aligned with God. Add me back. I'm sorry. Okay. The word of God says we should allow peace to be our umpire. An umpire in a baseball game has the authority to call a play. He can call that play safe, out, or even foul. Allowing peace to be your umpire means when we feel at peace about a decision, it's considered safe in the eyes of God. But if you do not have a sense of peace about your decision, perhaps you've chosen a path that's out of alignment with the will of God. God uses his gift of peace to affirm for us the choices we make. Peace is his insurance policy that we arrive at our expected end. That's more than enough to be thankful for. Colossians 3:15 says, "And let the peace, soul harmony which comes from Christ rule, act as umpire continually in your hearts, deciding and settling with finality all questions that arise in your mind, in that peaceful state to which as members of Christ's one body, you are also called to live. And be thankful, appreciative, giving praise to God always." Once you make the decision to take the path away from the will of God, our almighty loving Father issues a call for you to return to the path. You'll hear a voice of God drawing you yet to another onto his perfect path. Once again, as you decide to take steps toward God, you'll be faced with the rain. Do you fear again or do you press on? Let's just say you choose fear again. You'll deal with more drama as a result of your choice. You'll lose your sense of peace yet again. Then you'll recognize you went the wrong way again. Next, you'll hear the voice of God drawing you towards him again as you take steps towards him. Adversity will reappear. This time, instead of merely rain, there's a storm. Do you press on or do you continue to fear? Let's say you continue to fear. The path of fear costs you even more time, and you realize you have definitely gone the wrong way. There's even more drama this time. Again, you hear the voice of God calling you and persist in reaching him, but now you're faced with thunder and lightning. You choose to fear again, and you're right where the adversary wants you. You have not reached your goal. You've wasted time and you've disobeyed. You feel guilty, condemned, unworthy, and any other negative emotions that are the result of disobedience. But God has, and his never failing love still reaches out to you and says, "Come this way. Don't be afraid." You obey and you press through the adversity fearlessly to reach your goal, the will of God. The lesson here is that Satan is empowered in an atmosphere of fear. He's rendered powerless and paralyzed in an atmosphere of faith. It's important that you understand the big picture of how fear impacts your life and will undoubtedly cause you to lose time, miss divine appointments, and live in a constant state of regret. Let's obey God and choose to fear not. All right? So I'm going to go back to the fear fast. And that's something that we all have to realize that that's the way beyond all this stuff. That's how we get past it. Okay, so let's go back. This is page 332, the fear fast. Try it out for yourself. Remember, fear is a stronghold, and we talked about strongholds already, right? In the last lesson. Give yourself 1 month without fear. Yes, I said it. That includes all news, radio, TV, and internet news. There's never any good news anyway, right? Oh, and don't convince yourself that you need to watch the news so that you'll know where to send your prayers. Come on now. We're living in the end times. People are dying and hurting everywhere. Just pray and trust that God's will is being done. The fear fast also includes horror, suspense, thriller, and psychological terror movies. Boy, the genre titles alone should be a red flag. The fast also includes TV shows like Cops, Jails, The Law, Court TV, and anything that makes you focus on crimes such as murders, theft, or terrorism. Don't allow yourself to be involved in conversations that discuss any of this either. Excuse yourself if you must. Protect your heart, which is your ear gate, your eye gate, and your mouth, your mind from fear. This exercise will give you a glimpse at how powerful you can become when you're not consumed by fear. There's a great book on fear that I highly recommend entitled Uprooting the Spirit of Fear, written by my pastor, Creflo Dollar. It's a quick read and it'll support you in further understanding how to get fear out of your life for good. Fear, as one of Satan's most powerful and effective weapons, will try to enter into your life over and over again. This book will support you in protecting yourself from its destruction. You will refer back to it throughout your life. I do. And oh my God, that part right there, right? Had I not gone back and in December, God told me to revisit these lessons. And here it is. I'm reading this. We've been reading it every day, almost every day, this whole year now. And just this last line says, you will refer back to it throughout your life. I do. It's been blessing me, and I needed to hear this today. It's easy. Fear is insidious, and it just kind of creeps in, and you don't even realize it. And then all of a sudden, you are consumed by it, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. We're watching World War happen. We're watching, and I'm not laughing not because it's funny. I'm in awe of the fact that we are in this day and time, and we actually are real time watching the devastation that was prophesied in the Bible. And so we have to disconnect from that. God said that we will see it, but it won't come near us. But if we allow fear to enter into our hearts, we can be overtaken by it. And that's why he gave me this Psalms 91 equipped mug, so that I could constantly be confessing Psalms 91 over my life. So I can say, though 1,000 shall fall by my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but it shall not come near me. Only with my eyes will I see the destruction of the wicked. These mugs are helping me to confess the word more and over throughout the day. When I don't even think about it, I'm reminded to say those words. I'm reminded to speak out loud what God said to protect me and to keep me reminded to stay in faith. So I'm grateful that you watched today. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, put a comment if this fear fast is something that you're going to try, or at least pay attention to and be mindful of it, because we don't realize how much fear has taken over. I used to say all the time that, just a little bit of fear, if you let a little bit of fear in, it's like letting Satan into your living room, and he's not coming in to be a warm house guest. He's coming in to wreck your spot. And so you can't allow that. You have to eliminate fear completely from your life if you can. And it starts with a fear fast. So if you're game for the fear fast, let me know. Put it in the comments. And I want to say thank you again for watching. I appreciate you. I'm Queenie Brown. Be sure to go to motherloveshop.com and get your mother's mug. It's perfect in time for Mother's Day. All right. Y'all be blessed. I'll talk to you soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.